In this episode, we get stuck in the bay. Don't make it much past 2.5, less than 3 nautical miles away. In the process of doing some service work, I screwed something up. Out of the 5-day trip that we had planned, we're stuck for 2 days. But we still made the best of it. And then later on, we have the lithium battery shut off on us. We figure out how to get through that. We're learning. If we're not having fun and learning, then I think we're doing something wrong. One of the other things is that in this episode, I really wanted to dive into some of the refit stuff we're doing, but this episode ended up with a lot of screw ups and mishaps, which took up a lot of the episode. I didn't want to make it super long. I'm going to give you a brief run through, about 2-3 minutes of what we've done and what you can expect in the future as far as content on what we've done. If any of the stuff you see you're super interested in, shoot a comment. Maybe I'll get it done a little bit faster. Let's get into it. I'll show you before and after, but putting in a big sink and new countertops, glass backsplash. I'm not finished with the unit over here, but this is pretty much done. This nav station area here, rewired all new switches, and got tank sensors and stuff. We're doing something different with that. And we'll be extending this countertop all the way out over here and putting in drawers and whatnot down below. Then one of the other things I wanted to go over at some point is how, not that when you're out here having fun and adventuring, you're going to be watching TV a lot, but one of the things I wanted to show was this thing I put up, which is a 50-inch TV, or I think it's really, 50-inch, and how I did that. So at some point, we'll go over how this stuff was done, and if you are interested in any of it, this is our LAGOON 500. You can subscribe, and we will show you how it was done. We've done many things, like rebed all the windows in all of the rooms. All of the rooms. This upper area is going to need it next. We're going to put in new curtains. We got a lot going on. Oh, the other one is the teak. We had sanded the teak a while ago, and it started to age, and then we used a cleaning product on it. It got dirty from this trip, but it looks pretty good, and it was very easy to do. So we'll probably go over that. I'm going to do it on the front and then show you the whole process. I always try to learn from my mistakes, and I'm going to show you what I did wrong. Now, keep in mind these YANMARs in here are tired. We knew that when we bought the boat, and we've had this for almost 3 years now, and they need to be replaced. We've been limping them along. This one actually isn't too bad. It could use a new turbo for sure, but by the time you nitpick and hoses and turbo and a new replacement engine isn't that much money. So in the end, a whole complete new engine versus $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in necessary items on this, it's just more, it's just better to replace it. So anyway, I'm always in here replacing the fluids servicing everything that can be serviced for the most part. If I have to replace a hose, like a couple of episodes before, I had replaced one of these hoses. Actually was cut by the belt, so I had to. And then I worked the valves. Back down here is the water valve for the saltwater system. When I'm in here, I always try to work the valves on everything. And I was working the valve on that, coming over and cleaning out the sea strainer. Now, I don't have to have that valve closed in order to clean the sea strainer, and I don't normally, but for some reason I closed it and didn't reopen it when I got done doing the sea strainer. We made it less than 3 nautical miles from the house when it overheated because there was no water in the wet muffler, and then it melted the fitting, and that prevented us from getting back to the house. So that is exactly what happened, and I'm very good at learning from things that cost the wallet to get smaller. Woo, yay me! Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so great. That I was like, that thing's moving, and and only it. I was waiting for an alien spaceship to come out of it. Yeah. It looks like I screwed something up on the boat pretty bad, and I need you to jump on the dinghy and run home and wait for Mom or I to call you so that you can run and grab a part. I'm not sure what part I need, and I don't know where I'm going to get it, but I need you to be ready to drive wherever and pick it up.
Okay. Is Dylan coming with me or no?
Locating the part a few hours later. The bad news is it is coming from Fort Lauderdale, so we have it overnighted from the other coast. This cost us 2 days.
I don't know if you can see in there. That melted. I made everything black in here. Double checking that the water pump is working. There's the light. So looks good. I pulled it out. The fins look good. Do have an extra one right there, but it doesn't look like we're gonna need it. So putting it back together.
The purpose of a wet muffler is to achieve drastic temperature reduction. Hot exhaust gases, which can exceed 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, are mixed with raw cooling seawater, dropping the exhaust temperature to well under 200 degrees Fahrenheit. This keeps the engine room cooler and prevents the exhaust components from melting or becoming a fire hazard.
Ella should be showing up with the new wet muffler, and hopefully we can get it going. Oh, that is not gonna be easy to get on. Alright, so finally got it installed, and we're gonna get this thing started and see if we got any leaks, and hopefully my third nipple stays in place. I think I might have busted it off leaning over this thing, but whew, man. Okay, I'm gonna yell up and see if we can get this thing started and make sure it doesn't leak. All right, Elle, go ahead and start it. And then hold the power button.
After losing 2 days to a water muffler issue, we arrived at Longboat Key, one of our favorite anchorages. Laura made an amazing lunch, and then it was time for me to scuba.
Here. Let her rip. They're ready.
Are you freezing? What? Are you freezing? Yes.
No. It's really funny. Body surfing.
What?
Body surfing.
Yes.
You need a boogie board. If you had a boogie board,
That was really fun. That looks like a good round.
what do you mean extra? Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I'm so sorry. Do you want us to pull it in?
Awful.
Yeah. You got that? You want the helmet?
Oh my god. Slow down. It's terrible. Oh my god.
It's terrible.
Yes. It's awful. That was awful.
Check that one off.
Oh my gosh.
Sounded fun, but not so much.
Oh my, it was like
Okay, grab the line.
I was scared I was gonna choke.
The kids squeeze out a little more fun by bow dragging and swim a little longer before we head back to the anchorage for the night.
At this point in the trip, we are going on our 5th day. So I'm waking up to the 5th day. We have no generator. It was removed a couple months ago. We've been doing okay, but know we're gonna wake up at one point and have no power, and it's probably gonna be tomorrow. So I'm prepared for that, at least mentally. I don't know exactly what I need to do, but when that happens, I'll figure it out. Woke up this morning at about 5:30 and we were at 11%. Everything was off everything was off other than the display that said that we were at 11%. I moved the solar panels and the boom around so that it was getting the most amount of sun, and between 5:30 and, as you can see here, 7:45 or maybe 7:45, we got to 15%, and then shortly after this I think we get to 16%. I go about resetting our inverter and get that back online. Slowly, by the time everybody wakes up, we're back up to 27%. We're 2 to 3 hours away from the house where we're anchored right now at JEWFISH, so it's not a huge deal to get back home. One of the things I learned was, okay, when I had no power or when everything shut off, we still had voltage in the batteries and stuff like that. So I think I could have hot wired some stuff if I needed to, rewire things, move stuff around. But like the windlass, so pulling the anchor up, need to clarify if for some reason we had absolutely no power, what I need to do to be able to get the anchor back up on its own. Short of pulling the chain up, I would assume that there's some type of a crank or some type of a mechanism. So I don't know exactly everything, but I do know that I was able to get it back online and get it going. I think if I had a battery that went out, I'd be able to figure out, with my skill level, be able to figure out what battery went bad and probably remove it from the system and get everything back online. Really, I guess in the end, really my purpose with the videos and stuff is to show our screw-ups. There's plenty, and learn from them, show that, how we overcome them, get better at filming and documenting how we overcome them, and maybe it'll help somebody down the road to overcome your issues.
Join us for our next episode as we sail some, visit a historical statue, and travel to a new Gold Coast location.
Can we make the stages last forever? Something about the way we know we never felt this good. never felt this good. Come and take a chance with me. Got this never-ending world so green. We got this time, you know. We'll take it nice and slow.